Alright, YouTube, so the video down below is from the Red Elephant's Vincent James, and he was reporting on John Bolton's decision to undermine President Trump's decision to reduce the number of troops that we had in Syria, number of troops and non-combat personnel. So, John Bolton, being the neocon that he is, he was one of the original founding members of PNAC, which is the Project of a New American Century, which is basically like a think tank that was established to decide foreign policy for the United States in the 21st century. More specifically, the first segment, or I guess the first half of the 21st century, which we're seeing right now in Iraq, demonizing Iran, Russia, Pakistan as well, Lebanon, Syria, we're all involved there, Somalia, and a bunch of countries got added in the process. They just said, oh, well, while we're at it, we'll bomb these countries too. So Niger was thrown into there. I forgot to mention Libya. Libya was one of the countries that Obama was happy to topple. You know, they had a really nice government over there with a great leader, in my opinion, Gaddafi, who was taking care of his people. But then, Obama said, "Well, they're not part of the central banking cartel," and that's really what it all leads back to. John Bolton was on Tucker Carlson tonight about a year ago, and this was before. I think this was before the airstrike. This was actually before Bolton actually got hired as the NSA, the head of the NSA. This was before McMaster was fired, I believe. So, John Bolton basically admitted on national television that as the government, it's our responsibility to stop other countries that are funding terrorism. What he means by that, though, when he's talking about Iran funding terrorism, they being the number one funder of terrorism, it just means that they have a separate set of currency that they're using that's not associated with the dollar. Now, people might need to fact check me on that. I might not have all my specifications right about that statement, but I feel that my spirit of the statement is correct. So basically, they just want all these countries to get into the same banking system. That's kind of what happened with North Korea. You know, they were ready to get accepted into the Rothschild family of currency, I guess, which is kind of a depressing thought, but at the same time, we're changing foreign policy in East Asia for the better, in my opinion. I hope that we can get to the point of denuclearization on both sides. Realistically speaking, probably not going to happen, because we're all going to be building arms until there's no more space left on the earth to produce anything else, in my opinion. Just because that's human nature. You know, we're warlike animals, so we're probably going to be engaged in it. But I pray and hope that we can find peace and denuclearize the entire country, the entire world, because we do not need these arms. You know, we do not need these arms. In fact, it's actually violating the original spirit of warfare, in my opinion. As someone who's studied a lot of history, you know, looking at different nations and their militaries, like, you know, they never did anything like launch nuclear weapons and, you know, something that underhanded. They always went up like men and fought like men with limited armor, limited arms, and they did it, you know, because they are warriors. And I just think that that's my opinion about the nuclear warheads, is that they kind of violate the spirit of war, in my opinion. Anyways, kind of getting off on a little tangent there about random stuff, but I highly recommend you watch the video down below from the Red Elephant's Vincent James. He's a brilliant mind, and I'm glad that we have him on our side. He is definitely one of the more base individuals here on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I wanted to make this video real quick before I get out and do my thing today, because I think that Trump should find it in his best interest to fire Bolton and replace him with somebody that has America first, not Israel first in their heart, because that is the only way that we are going to make this country great again, in my opinion. God bless.